Hello, attorneys. Today we're going to look at how you can transform your website to attract more and better divorce cases. So let's start with a clear and compelling headline. Instead of just talk to a Columbus, Ohio divorce lawyer, which really isn't even a headline, it's more of a call to action on this one, you could change that. You could make it more engaging. You could say something like navigating your divorce with confidence, trusted legal support in Columbus. Ultimately, I'm just going to give examples here, but without interviewing the firm owner and going through like a StoryBrand process, I'm going to be making some things up because I don't have those true answers here. But let's say that was your title, that you redid that. Next, you could add an engaging subline here. I mean, this picture is huge and it's covering, the cityscape, but it's like the whole page, so it's kind of overwhelming. So that all needs to be reworked. But the subheading could be something like, "We provide compassionate and expert legal guidance to help you through every step of your divorce process." I mean, let's face it, they know they aren't going to go through this divorce alone. They know they're going to need help. You have to show yourself as the trusted guide. That's what you have to prove to them, that you are that trusted guide that can help them through this process. So you can introduce your firm with client-centered language instead of listing your firm's addresses and just really just talking about yourself. I mean, that looks like it may have been done more for like local SEO reasons and even improper, in my opinion. But, I wouldn't do that. So instead, really talk about your client's pain points. Going through a divorce is challenging. At Friedman Law Offices, we're here to support you with personalized legal advice and representation, ensuring your interests are protected every step of the way. Include success stories to build in trust. So, the other thing too, like there's no trust on this page, right? It's mostly geared around the free consultation. It seems there's options to pay, and then there's, costs. So, and it could be that they're just targeting the number of cases. In that case, it might just be, quick and dirty, as many cases as they can take. In which case, obviously that it's a little bit more geared towards that, but there's still quite a bit of improvement that could happen through that. So, I just think that's very important. Have the case studies and show people like exactly what you've done and walk them through that process. Have an individual page for everyone that's willing to do that, right? Or each study that you have, even if you have to anonymize that. So, and then of course you do want to encourage potential clients to take action. There are CTAs here. There's a call to action here. There's one below that I just saw in orange. There's phone numbers listed. They're not clickable, and there's no live chat, and there's no texting and things like that. So there's obviously some opportunities there. But also this website needs to be humanized. Right now, it's just very much like generic picture and, skylines. So there's nothing that would really allow me to relate on a human to human level, which is very important, especially when they're in such a serious situation, right? So, additionally, there are a couple FAQs here at the bottom. There's just two. Do you want to avoid going to court? Are there any additional fees? There's not a ton of FAQs on these pages, but adding an FAQ section can address client common concerns, and it can really make your website a helpful resource. And that's the goal of your website. I mean, this is selling for you 24/7. You don't have to be answering the phone. I mean, you do when they call, but my point is when they're doing the research, you're not answering these questions. They're already doing it. This is your billboard. You need to put your best foot forward. So make sure it's a helpful resource and it's working for people 24/7. And lastly, really ensure that your contact information is easily accessible. And there's a big opportunity here from an SEO perspective on what they can do to attract more clients. I was looking at some of these blog posts earlier, and, they're short. They don't have a lot of comments or interactions. There's no dates published. So Google's probably not giving these a ton of respect. But I mean, these blog posts also lead me to believe that this firm is focused on these high net worth divorce cases. They're probably just not getting them. So again, messaging plays a big part of this. So with these changes that I mentioned, you're going to start getting your website to tell a compelling story and attract more of the clients that you want. And, if you're looking to do that for your firm, please reach out to Juris Digital. We are always happy to have these conversations and see if it's a good fit.